What's up everybody, it's your boy here, Cheap Ass Statue Collector, and today we're going to take a look at Queen Studios Wonder Woman 1/4 statue. So real quick, when you unbox this thing, you have a styrofoam casing on the top and the bottom, and then you have the casing here with the straps, very supportive, very strong. Here is the COA and the instruction guide, and here's a close-up of the COA for Wonder Woman. Here's a look at inside the box with the statue pieces wrapped up. And here is a look at the statue pieces of the parts unwrapped. Okay, let's get it started then. Here's the turntable. Here's the base. You plug in Wonder Woman's feet in first. Do the bottom one first and then the top, and give it a little snug push. Should sit in there pretty tight. Now put on the skirt. Long piece goes on the back. It is rubber PVC, so it does have movement. Next step is to put on the body. This is probably the most difficult part because of the PVC plastic. If you take the PVC plastic, she fits right in, but because it's a skirt layer, it doesn't sit flush and there is movement, so you've got to find the sweet spot so you don't have any wobbling. And it's probably one of my only gripes with this statue is this part. You can see that she does move a bit to the right, but she does sit flush to the left. There's no movement. After the top half is sitting comfortably on top, the next step is to go ahead and try to put on the hand you desire. Next thing we're going to do is put on the shield. Be careful because it is a very strong magnet, and if you put it on not too carefully, you could mark up her arm. Once that is on, it is pretty tight and secure. You don't really have to worry about that thing falling off. The next thing we want to add is the other hand with the sword. Again, not as tight of a magnet, but pretty tight. You do not have to worry about this falling off at all. And for most people, this is it. It has a Gal Gadot portrait with the EX pieces, basically. This is it. Now you're done assembling the statue. For me, I'm going to go with the comic-looking portrait and assemble the lasso of truth. Now, I did this off camera. It took me about a half hour or so to move the lasso on the top of the hand and move it through the second hand and move it around and get it just right, and it still isn't perfect, but it looks really nice. Okay guys, here she is in all her glory. This is how I'm going to display her. By far the best Wonder Woman 1/4 statue out there on the market. If you're looking for a realistic art portrayal of this character, I'm sure you could find some comic or manga type statues that you might prefer more, but for a realistic 1/4 statue of Wonder Woman, this is it. It is top notch, and the pose is top notch. We're not going to do any grading over here anymore. I think that's a thing of the past. Let's just go ahead and look at the base. Very outstanding, a lot of details, basic paint job for the base as one would expect. Again, no grades over here. That's a thing of the past. If there's issues, we'll bring them up. If there's little things that could be better, we could bring those up, but no grades. Let's move forward. Bam. All right, let's go. Let's hit the main topics. Even though we're not doing any grades, let's go ahead and talk about the main topics. The pose is the best pose for a Wonder Woman statue. It's so cool with the lasso. If you can get the lasso set up just right, it looks pretty amazing. Some could complain about the shield blocking Wonder Woman's face if you decide to use the EX parts, but I still don't think it's that big of a deal. You could still see her face, and it's all about the action pose that she's in. If there's one thing I could say about the paint, guys, I would use the word realistic. The paint app is very clean, extremely clean around the statue. The paint looks very realistic. There's nothing out of place. The classic blue and red for Wonder Woman and gold. There are no issues that I see on the statue at all with the paint. if you look closely at these super close-ups, the eyes actually have crazy amount of detail that you really can't see just looking at the statue. This was only picked up on the camera with a close-up. Top-notch skin tones, everything. I can't say anything too negative about this statue, about the paint applications. I tried to get the best pictures and lighting, but I just don't have the correct lighting and picture, so the camera might make it look a little bit washed out or maybe a little bit flat, but it definitely pops in the right lighting. Okay, so I saved the best for last, you guys. Now let's talk about the sculpt details and the details within the statue. This statue is pretty amazing when you look at the details in this statue. If you look at the lips, all the little lines, the attention to detail on the eyes and all the little markings, it is pretty awesome. There's detail all throughout the hair, throughout the outfit. There's all types of sculpting details. The veins have different coloring in it, and they're sculpted in her body, but it's ever so slightly. You have to really look to see those veins. Amazing detail throughout the whole statue. If anything, the base isn't as detailed as her. Thank you guys for checking out the video and staying this long. These last few shots are going to be of Wonder Woman in my display case as she is displayed. Thank you guys again. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace.